can never count out this Eagle team, especially when Jalen Hurts is under center. He's now 10-16 in his career when trailing by double digits, the third best record by a quarterback since 1950. He jumped Tom Brady and now trails only Patrick Mahomes and Otto Graham. Now, here's Sal Powell with the big man of the hour.
What a play to end the game, Jordan. Unbelievable. Tell me about it. What happened?
Just comes down to the basics, the details. We knew he was going to throw low. Just had to block it, get up there. I'm 6'6", for God's sake. I got to get my hands up. But I couldn't do it without a push of my brothers, man. Boys got to push. Ball on the ground, scoop and run.
Scoop and score, man. You ran the whole way.
Yeah, man. Speed never left. But, man, what a game, man. What a game.
Electrified a whole city. Can you believe that?
Maybe. But it's a good day today. Just got to clean some stuff up, but at the end of the day, we got a W. That's all that matters.
Here's when we've learned about ourselves. When you're 2-0, you don't learn about anybody. But when you do have a loss like this, I want to see what we're about. And I know what we're about. I know we're going to respond. Can't let the Eagles beat us twice. We've got a great challenge coming in here next week. We'll look at this film. We'll correct it. We'll see where there's opportunities for us to be able to, slam the door shut and not give them any sort of life. They made the plays, and we didn't ultimately get it done. And that's just the reality of it.
They beat him last year in the playoffs and now beat him again. Our coach, Herm Edwards, joins the show. Jordan Davis, coach, you can understand why he was out of breath. Wasn't only exhausted after watching that one, we were too. Great win for the Eagles, but what did you take away from this game?
Well, they started out a little clunky, and I think that has a lot to do with they put so much pressure on the run game and Saquon Barkley. They got to open this thing up, I think, early. You're going to get a lot of 8 guys in the box to stop the run. Throw it to this guy. He wears number 11. His name is A.J. Brown. Just kind of throw him the ball every once in a while. Get this offense going. You're going to get one-on-one coverage early in games because they're trying to stop the run, right? They're loading the box up. Throw it to number 11.
Bears beat the Cowboys 31-14. Let's go through Caleb Williams' day. Just the second player over the last 5 seasons with 4 passing touchdowns and no picks against Dallas, joining Brock Purdy, who did it back in 2023. Now, there's some gaping holes in this Cowboys secondary. We've seen it through 3 games. For more on Ben Johnson, the Bears' first win of the season, here's Jeff Darlington with Mr. Odunze.
Man, Caleb Williams was spreading the ball around 4 different players with touchdowns, including 1 to you. What do you think about that ball distribution?
Man, he's doing his thing, you know what I mean? We have so many different weapons out there, and he's finding us, on those specific plays to get us, those touches, getting us touchdowns. So, having 4 people touch the paint today was awesome.
We saw some trickery from Ben Johnson's offense. What we're used to seeing out of Ben Johnson. What did you think about some of the way you guys were running the ball or throwing the ball?
Yeah, it was amazing. We had our game plan coming in. We were super confident in it. So, we just went out there and execute. Obviously, had kind of the trickery with Luther out there with that long TD. That was incredible. So, there'll be more to come.
What did you think about the challenge that your coach put toward you guys on Wednesday when he said that you needed to practice harder?
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed. That's why he's the man for the job, and that's why we, ride behind him and respect all that he has to say for us. So we appreciate, him getting after us a little bit, and that led to the W today.
Great win, great game.
Appreciate it. Bear down.
Great throw.
Bears gave 52 points up to the Lions last week. They hold Dallas to 14. CeeDee Lamb left early in this one. Herman, what was your takeaway from this game?
Well, Caleb Williams played a complete game. The first 2 weeks of the season, he would play a good first half, and then the second half he would get too antsy. He wouldn't stay in the pocket. He did a lot of freelances, what I call just trying to make plays. He stayed within the system. It's Ben Johnson's system. Just trust the system. It'll allow you to make big plays, and I thought Caleb Williams played excellent today. And if he can continue to do that, the Bears will be very competitive all year. How about that?
I really want to give the Bears a real attaboy. I really thought we came out and were ready to play. I thought we had a lot, and they were able to take several plays and just keep hitting us right on the nose with them, and that ended up being a big difference in the game. But give the Bears a lot of credit. Huge win for them, as it should be here at home, and plus with what they're trying to do with their franchise, the Bears are the Bears.
How concerned are you with the big plays again on defense?
Well, those big plays on either side will eventually take the heart out of you when you get a bunch of them. And I will tell you, I thought a lot of our team really hung in there, getting hit on the end of the nose with some pretty big haymakers there. Those, what we call dominant plays over 20 yards. And those will take it out of you finally. Not only do they take it out of you field position and scores, but it'll take it out of you too. I thought our guys hung in good. We came out ready to play. I thought we ran the ball about as well as I've seen us run the ball. But it wasn't enough when you have the guys open that we've got, and some of the things we did to that fumble hurt us on that first drive. But in general, they came back out the second half though and took it to us physically. So give them their due.
And what's your level of concern with CeeDee Lamb? I
talked to him. He felt good about it, really did. And I just talked to him just a second ago, and he thought he could go, so that's a good sign. And then the doctors told him that they thought it was not as serious as it could be. So, well, that's what.
Yeah, this was like one of those protect me away from myself type of deals. So once I started feeling, much better, and then I started to get the strength back in my ankle as far as mobility and able to cut and like real dynamic movements. I was ready to go back out there, but then they told me no.
How's the ankle now? Is it swelled up much or no?
It's all right. It's all right.
Do you feel like it's something you can play through next week?
Absolutely.
Jerry said he felt like you guys had gotten some pretty good news on the back end when you got back here to the locker room and talking to the team doctors or whatever. What have they told you about what actually happened and how you do work through it?
I mean, that I'm able to continue to play. I feel like anytime you're able to sustain like one of those crazy injuries as far as someone else falling on you or, things of that nature, I feel like it's a scary situation. And for me to come out on top, essentially, to say the least, I feel like that's good news.
Have you seen video of the play yet?
Nah, I haven't. What does it look like? I mean, you ain't got to show me right now.
Did you think it was going to be worse than it is?
Nah, I've rolled my ankle a lot playing basketball, and I think that's what it essentially felt like. But obviously with more body weight, guy was kind of heavy.
Broke or you mean sprained?
Sprained. Only sprained. I said rolled.
Oh, roll. Sorry, I thought you said broke.
Nah, hell no.
So I think Colston was the only one that didn't finish the game. He's got a hip. We'll see how that looks tomorrow. I told the guys in the locker room our really points of emphasis going into the week were playing great situational football, and I'm talking about third down, red zone, and 2 minute. And I thought they really answered that bell. I thought we were statistically better than that team in all three of those areas, and that was good formula for us to come out on top here this week. And so thought a number of guys played really outstanding football. 2 of the game balls went to Caleb. I'm looking at his numbers. 142.6 passer rating and 4 touchdowns. I thought he was really good. And the thing that you don't see on the stat sheet is he's getting a lot more comfortable calling those plays in the huddle. We were able to get out of the huddle a little bit faster, and we were able to get on the line and operate a little bit cleaner as well. So was proud of him for that. And then defensively, once again, a number of guys stood out to us, but Tremaine got the other game ball. He was all over the field, 14 tackles, 2 interceptions, and really came through for us in a big way.
Chargers 3-0 for the first time since, get this, 2002, which was the second longest active drought. Only the Browns have a longer one. Not only are the Chargers 3-0, but as I mentioned, all 3 wins have come against division opponents. So good for LA, not so good for Denver. New on SportsCenter, here's Sean Payton.
I don't know that we got a snap of man-to-man coverage in the whole game. We might have maybe on that short yardage naked that we threw to Sutton on the over route. I'll bet that probably was, not having seen it. So we got a lot more zone.
This game, there's a big emphasis of the defense not giving up the score first possession. They do score. How disappointing was that, and then how encouraged were you by the
Well, look, I thought those guys fought hard, and I mean at halftime, like this is the kind of game we wanted to be in, if that makes sense. It's a good team. We think we're a good team, and we'll see them again.
On both scramble and the fourth, it looked
Say it again.
On both scramble and the fourth, it looked like you had at the sideline reacted. Did you have a good view
had a good view upstairs.
Because of the time, there's no chance you can go for it there. It's way too early, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we had a good review. He was short. I just felt like the way we were playing, field position mattered.
Done for the year?
That's preliminary, is that it's an Achilles, and he's getting imaging right now.
Okay, and with Najee gone, do you anticipate, Marion taking a bigger role like he did today?
Yeah, Marion, man, what a game he had. How about that? That was a gritty, there was, work. He put that work in today, and he was running with a purpose. Gritty performance by him. Just always lunging forward, surging forward. I think he caught the ball 5 or 6 times too out of the backfield, and added 70 yards in the run game. He had a heck of a game.
Jim, to pull out this game, to come from behind, to make the plays at the end, what did you learn about the team today?
I don't think I had the vocabulary to really express how great I feel with this win, and just admiration for our team and for our players and coaches and just everybody. It's just another game, 3 wins, 3 games, and it's taken everybody in all these games. So, gritty, spectacular. That's about the best word I can come up with.
Harbaugh at the top was talking about a player that went down with an apparent Achilles injury. That's the running back, Najee Harris. But as he mentioned, Omarion Hampton filled in really well, the rookie out of North Carolina. Herman, a couple years ago, all we would be talking about is the Chargers and creative ways that they would lose football games. They've flipped the script a little bit. A lot of it has to do with Jim Harbaugh, but Justin Herbert really played well in this one down the stretch.
Yeah, he did, and this is why you draft Justin Herbert. He was a high pick coming out of Oregon, and now you're starting to get the fruits of your labor with a quarterback that in the moment can win games, and that's what he did. He knew that this was his moment. This is a division game against a really good opponent in the Denver Broncos. Both these teams have outstanding defenses, and the way he played today shows everyone why they drafted Justin Herbert. In clutch moments, he made the throws that were needed, and at times he can run too. He can make some plays with his legs. So this is a big win for the Chargers. Think about this division. The Chiefs are going to win again, all right? But Denver's in this division. You played them at home. You got to win. And you have the Chargers and the Raiders. So this division's become pretty competitive all of a sudden.
So the 49ers are 3-0 for the third time since the turn of the century, which has historically brought good fortune to the team. In each of the other 2 instances, the Niners have made it to the Super Bowl. We'll see if they follow a similar fate this season. Another great start for Kyle Shanahan. And he talked about it post-game. This is new on SportsCenter.
I've just been so proud of the guys in all 3 games. All 3 of those games were games that could have gone either way. We've had to overcome a lot in those games going into them with some injuries and some people we've lost during the games in all 3. I think those were some of the games that I think we struggled to win last year, and to have 3 like that and to win all 3, can't say enough about the guys in there.
Kev, do you remember the play call on 4th and 2 on the 34-yarder yourself?
Yeah, trips right 3-jet Florida. Thought it was awesome. Mac had an option to hit KB on the out route or to throw Ricky on the go. He had a good look for both of them, and he chose the right one. It was a big-time play.
You hesitated to go for it. Did you have that play ready to go? Had that been set up?
It wasn't really the play ready to go, but I knew based off what we did the down before that we were going to give him 2 tries, and I was hoping we could run it. We had a chance to, came up just short, and then those guys were big time on that. In the NFL, go routes to the field, you don't worry about. They better have a strong enough arm to throw to the field. But Mac's been good at throwing goes all the time. Whether he hits them in stride or whether he hits them with the back shoulder, that's really based off of the separation that Ricky gets on it. I thought Ricky got the separation, and Mac dropped it in there. They were telling me it was dicey towards the sidelines, so that's why we hurried up and ran a play. I never got to see the replay or anything, but It was a big-time throw, big-time catch.
Frustrated, felt like we let that one slip. We did let it slip. Another game we had opportunities to kind of put the game away. And we all just got to play better. Just gotta make plays. Gotta make plays when they're there, myself included. Everybody obviously feel like defense did enough for us to win the game, and we didn't finish the job. And that's again, I've been telling y'all, and today bit us in the ass. So it's unfortunate, and it's just, we got to get right. We got to get right if we want to go. We want to go. We got to get right immediately.
What were the aspects of the offense that you felt like could have been better to make that difference?
I mean, we had plays there. We had plays there throughout the game that, I know I've seen our guys make. I know, again, it's myself included. We all just got to be better. But when you're playing better teams, you're playing better opponents, can't afford to, let those happen. Just because, you get a chance to put your foot on the throat, you have to. And today obviously it ended in a walk-off field goal. It was that close. We had multiple opportunities, I feel like, to kind of put that game away. It's frustrating.
Now Rodgers passes his former mentor Brett Favre on the all-time touchdowns list. Now in sole possession, again at 4th place. Next on the list would be Peyton Manning, but he's still 30 away from that mark. Also in this game, Rodgers passed Phillip Rivers for 6th on the all-time yards list. On how the Steelers' defense stepped up on Sunday, here's Dan Graziano.
The Pittsburgh Steelers did it again, winning a game they seemed to have no business winning. They gave up almost twice as many yards as they gained, and at one point they went almost 40 minutes of game time without scoring a point. That is 6 drives in a row without scoring a point. But they came away with a 21-14 victory over the Patriots here in Foxborough, and the reason they did it is because of 5 New England Patriots turnovers.
Huge. That's why we spend as much time practicing down in that space as we do as a collective. We got to be great on defense. In the effort to win the point swing, we got to be great on offense. And when you take the ball away, man, you get all 7 points. Usually you're fighting for 4. But, man, those takeaways, particularly down there, were big.
It was a fumble recovery, so I don't know. I did something with it. I don't know. Hopefully it finds me, but if not, it's all good.
Did you already know how you were going to celebrate the great?
I did, yeah. I envisioned it last night. I definitely envisioned it last night. Let the fans know, I miss them. But I'm down with the steel curtain now, and I hope to, become a fan favorite too.
Jabril Peppers just got to Pittsburgh, but he obviously knows what the Steelers are supposed to be all about. Mike Tomlin said they knew about Ramondre Stevenson's history with fumbles, and they worked very hard all week on what he calls their ball search culture, their ability to force turnovers, especially in big spots. So the defense knows that it has to get better. It knows that they have things they need to clean up. But the fact is the Steelers are 2-1 as they head to a Week 4 matchup against the Vikings in Dublin. And as Cam Hayward said after the game, we got a lot to work on, but I'd rather be 2-1 than 1-2. In Foxborough, Dan Graziano, ESPN.
Good point. Herm Edwards back with us. Herm, look, it's the Steelers' identity, defense, right? They pulled off a gritty win on the road against the Patriots. They look better. They stuck to the plan. As you just heard, though, what do you make of how they performed today and whether or not they're up to that steel curtain mentality yet?
Well, they're not the steel curtain. My era was the steel curtain. I can promise you they're not the steel curtain. When you think about the first 2 games, they were averaging about 30 points a game, giving up points. But this is a game where the Pittsburgh Steelers look like the Pittsburgh Steelers in this sense. They took the ball away, created some pressure against a young quarterback and took the ball away to give extra possessions to Aaron Rodgers. Look, the reason Aaron Rodgers goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, for one reason only, to win playoff games. That's what Aaron Rodgers is there to do. And to do that, the Pittsburgh Steelers have to continue to play defense the way they're playing it right now. If they can do that and improve, then they'll have a shot.
With those defensive touchdowns leading the way, the Vikings hand the Bengals their largest loss ever. Bengals have never lost a game by that many points before today. Cincinnati was on a 7-game win streak going back to last year. That was the longest active streak in the NFL. Lindsey Theory caught up with Justin Jefferson postgame.
Teammate Isaiah Rodgers, what got into him today?
I don't know, but whatever he got going on before this game, leading up into this game, he needed to do it every single time. But, that's big for us, to have those defensive plays like that, getting points on the board, creating turnovers. I mean, we're going to kill everybody like that if we have that type of energy, that type of execution the whole entire game. So this is definitely a statement game for us. We felt like the past 2 weeks we haven't been playing the way we need to play. So this is definitely one of those games for us.
I just wanted to go get in the end zone, and just hearing the crowd just get louder and louder the closer I got, and looking at the jumbotron, just trying to see who's chasing me and things like that. So just trying to get in the end zone. I was saying after the first one, I promised my coach I was going to bring him the ball this week, and I told him I kept the first one. And I went back to him, I said, my bad, I'll bring you another one, and went and got the second one. So I just told him I'll try to go get another one. But
This is one loss. We got 17 games. Don't let this game beat us twice in terms of our preparation this week. And what the negativity is going to be, that exists. We put that on ourselves. And so we just got to do a great job sticking together, battling. And again, unbelievable stage to go on next week if we want to prove who we are.
Herm, one of the wildest Sundays we've seen in a while in the NFL. What's your biggest takeaway in week 3?
A guy that gets no credit. He got no credit last year either. A quarterback by the name of Baker Mayfield. He found a way to win another game again today for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A game that at the end looks like the game was over. He gets the ball at the end, and he does what Baker Mayfield does. Throws another touchdown pass. Baker Mayfield, you deserve flowers, my friend, because he is playing really good. These Bucs are 3-0. Nobody's talking about the NFC South. I understand all that. But I tell you what, Baker Mayfield has really turned this team around. Todd Bowles is doing an excellent job. But this was a game. It looked like it was done. And then Baker Mayfield stepped on the field. He won another football game for him.
I tell you what, he's got a great new wide receiver as well, Mecca Ibuka, who the rookie just continues to shine. And yeah, you're right. The Bucs are moving. They're rolling 3-0 to start the season. We'll see how it all shakes out. Week 3 in the NFL. Herman sitting in with us here on SportsCenter.